We've all gotten used to web pages with animations and video. Today you need something else to really grab people's attention, like, say, the momentary surprise of someone walking right out onto the screen and grabbing your attention. You know the trick. It's chroma keyed video in a Flash movie with an alpha channel and a dynamic HTML container on top of a web page, right? For most of us, however, there's a pretty big gulf between knowing how something is done and knowing how to do it, and that's where Reallusion's WidgetCast with the pop video encoder comes into play. I'm going to gloss over by far the hardest part of this whole operation, which is acquiring cleanly keyed footage. In short, you'll need to shoot your talent on a green, blue, or white background with enough quality so that you can then create a nice mask in your editing software. You'll need excellent lighting, a good camera, and professional editing software, in addition to a little bit of know-how. Fortunately, this is a very popular technique, and there's no shortage of information you can find on how to do it. My advice? Start small, say with a head and shoulders shot, and then move on from there. I'm going to render out my chroma key footage to 2 clips, one of the original video and one as a grayscale mask. Pop Video accepts the AVI and WMV formats, but I'd stick with AVI uncompressed for lossless quality. Once in the simple Pop Video application, load the original video and the mask, and then click the Convert button. That's it. The app is going to create a proprietary iWidget file that is used by the WidgetCast app to create a container and player for your video. WidgetCast does far more than simply create transparent Flash videos and is an extremely flexible and broad app that works with both the Adobe Air and the nearly universal Flash formats. Basically, WidgetCast can help non-experts create some very sophisticated dynamic and interactive features on a website, such as banners or media players. In our situation here, I just want to add our pop video into a little dynamic container without having to code buttons and actions and whatnot. I'll click the New button to create a new project, then the Insert Pop Video iWidget button and select my video. I'll reposition and resize it a little bit, toggle the play bar off, toggle autoplay on, and then go over here and click on the background and set it to transparent, and click the preview button. One fun thing that is set up here is that you can grab and drag the widget around. This pattern back here is where your web page would show through, which brings us to the next step, publishing. There are 3 options here: Reallusion, self-hosting, and Air output if you are developing Adobe Air apps. Self-hosting is pretty self-explanatory, although it ends up being the most work, so let's start with that. Essentially, what you'll do is export your widget to a local folder that will have a number of files in it, including a Flash Player template, a web page, and some JavaScript code. You'll upload that via FTP to your website, and then you'll need to copy a bunch of code from the HTML file into your web page. You don't actually need to write any code from scratch, but you will need to be able to read it well enough to replace variables and paths. I wouldn't say that a manual self-hosting installation of the widget and embedding it in a web page is hard, but it's not exactly easy either. Reallusion hosting is easy, however, and it's also your most flexible option. When you publish this way, you upload your widget to their server where they then provide the embed code automatically. This is exactly analogous to uploading your video to YouTube or Vimeo as a host and then copying the embed code there to your website. Not only is this much easier, but you also get the additional flexibility of being able to embed the hosted widget just about anywhere, including on social media platforms like Facebook. Now, I don't want to leave you with the impression that WidgetCast is just for creating attention-grabbing little web avatars and hosts. You can create serious interactive corporate presentation widgets, interactive web banners, media viewers, dynamic social media widgets, or, well, just about anything you can think of. For example, I can drop a Donkey Kong Flash game into my widget here. Now, I'm not recommending you violate Nintendo's IP, but I think this demonstrates what is possible with this authoring and publishing platform. From serious and corporate to flashy and fun, Reallusion WidgetCast with the Pop Video encoder will grab your viewers' attention and keep them informed, entertained, and connected to your site.